Oh yeah, I got a trout. Holy smokes, guys, we didn't bring a net, so I had to do an evasive action. All right, guys, we're out here in Philly today at Pennypack Park. About to fish the Pennypack Creek. And then we just got our little creek tackle box here. Some cool stuff, little micro jig. I don't know if you can see the texture on the skirt, but it's like ribbed. There's little ridges in the skirt. It looks really cool. Here's kind of the package you get with that Yaba Soft on the Kitech jig. One thing I'll say about these little Kitech jigs is that they get bit and they look really good in the water, but they honestly have a really bad hookup ratio. There's a little mini chatterbait. I've never caught a fish on this, but I would like to. Little tiny popper, BFS popper, and this little crankbait, and then the really small popper. I don't know how well you can see that, but it's tiny. It's the Oompa 40. It's like so small. And then little bluegill bait. Hopefully we catch some bluegill, maybe some trout. Stay tuned. Should be interesting. Fishing here in the middle of Philadelphia. Last time we were here, we saw the state record Pennsylvania bullfrog. I'm calling it the state record because I have seen a lot of bullfrogs in the state of Pennsylvania throughout my life, and never have I ever seen a bullfrog anywhere near that size. That bullfrog was bigger than my hand, like just area on the ground. It was so big that I legitimately thought it was fake. Like I actually thought that it was a like a lawn ornament. That's how big it was. So I know I posted a video on the YouTube channel. In the video, honestly, it looks half as big in the video as it actually looked in real life. Just so everyone is aware. I want to clear that, because that bullfrog was huge. There's a trout right there. See him? Yeah. He's actually pretty big. The problem with these trout is that they don't like to eat any baits. All right, let's go back and get those baits, because I kind of want to tie one on for you.
I'm gonna stock it soon.
It's already stocked.
Well, today they stocked it?
It was stocked like back in the start of April.
Yeah, I know they're stocking today too.
Oh, again, more.
Yeah, they stocked it on the 20th of April and they're stocking it today. About 2:30 they'll be here.
It's going to be a feeding frenzy.
Right, not necessarily last week.
I just saw like 3 trout swimming around. Shall we? I hope we can catch some trout. I mean, we got to catch something.
We're supposed to stock it today, right?
That's what somebody just told me that. Yeah. Around 2:30, he said. You hear that, guys? Apparently, they're stocking more trout in the creek today, so should be interesting. Man, they should be stocking bass in here. Imagine that. Just stocking giant smallmouth. Like, why isn't that a thing? All right, if there's a giant bass, it's probably gonna be right here, because it's shaded and it's deep. See a trout on the other side of that log. Oh, he swiped at it. God, these trout. There's so many of them right here, but they can't fit my lure into their mouths. Not that my lure is big or anything, it's just they're so non-committal. Like, they'll try to eat your bait and they'll just swipe at it. Look at that snake. Oh my gosh, look at that thing. Oh, he's swimming underwater. Wow. That's crazy. There's your reptilian of the day, guys. Alyssa said it. We like to try to give you guys other than just, you know, fish here on this channel. These are the kind of days where you see a lot of wildlife. Like the first couple really hot days of the spring, like everything's just out just going crazy. The same thing too, like you go out in Philly on the first hot day of spring, you might get jumped, you know. It's the same thing out here in these creeks. Got the snakes out here. the biggest frog you'll ever see in your life. Oh yeah, I got a trout. Oh, look at him. Whew. That happened fast. Wow. Holy smokes, guys. We didn't bring a net, so I had to do an evasive action. Oh, he's slippery. Oh, don't break me off, buddy. Oh, he's so... Oh, this is why I don't trout fish, guys. Oh, I'm gonna lose him. I'm gonna get a hook in me. Oh, there he goes. I'm sorry, I couldn't get a better handle on that one. Don't have a net with me. Wow. He's so slippery. The trout, they must like this little thing right here. As soon as I put it in the water, like there's just 3 of them like darted right at it. God, that thing was so hard to get my hands on. All right, let's go. Come on, bluegill. Guys, the way I'm throwing this tiny little feather jig for panfish and trout on a bait caster is because this is the Shimano BFS reel. Shimano Corrado BFS. And the rod is the Dobbin Sierra Series, it's the ultralight finesse casting rod. So this thing is rated for down to 1/16. This bait is definitely less than 1/16 ounce. I'm still able to cast it like underhand and kind of sling it a little bit around. Oh yes, it's a bluegill. Oh wow, look at that little bluegill. That's what we're after today, guys. Look at that. Just a tiny little micro fish. Can't even fit my finger in his little mouth. Wow, that is such a small fish. Poor guy. His little body's twitching. Look at that fish. It's so cool. Look at the colors. Wow, that's beautiful. Let's get the release on him here. Wow, that is awesome, guys. It's crazy that you can catch these beautiful fish in the middle of Northeast Philadelphia. It's a true oasis. And they may not be the biggest fish, but I'm not even gonna lie. It is an absolute thrill catching them. In our last video, you saw that we were just fishing in central PA and caught multiple 4-pound smallmouth. Honestly, these little bluegill get my heart racing just as fast. They're hard to catch. You have to be really patient because they're tiny. They can barely fit the hooks in their mouth, so they just nibble, 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 nibble. There are some bass in here though. I've never caught a bass in here, but I've seen 2. Oh, it's a frog. Oh, oh, oh my God, it's a little smallie. Let's go. Wow. Oh, he sits right on his little tongue. That is a Philadelphia smallmouth. Look at that fish. Try not to get the feet too muddy. Wow. What a multi-species day. We got a bluegill, a trout, a smallmouth bass. Oh, the frog is sitting right here. Look at that. Guys, that's what we came out here for. This creek is infested with stock trout, and I actually heard when I first got here that they were stocking more today, and I was shocked to hear that because there's so many freaking trout in this creek. It makes it hard to catch some of the other fish because the trout are just always going dive bombing on your baits. But to be able to catch a bass like that here in Northeast Philly, it's so much fun. Wow, there's two frogs. There's a frog with a giant, what is, look at that frog. What is he doing? You see that? What's wrong with his face? What is wrong with this frog? He's got like a giant lip. He's completely freaking out too. Wow. A lot of weird stuff happening. The deformed frogs. Look at this thing. He's losing his mind. I don't know what to think. It's like he's got something stuck in his mouth. What is that? Guys, we're out here catching mini hogs today. I know these fish aren't huge, but keep in mind we're in Philly city limits right now. So for Philly, that is a freaking tank. There's all sorts of crazy stuff. Deformed frogs. That thing had a crazy face.